This is the side plate for the stair climber tank tread.
Clearly, Terry's got a laundry list of details to get through before the StairBot will be driving anywhere.
Bottom line, by the end of the day, these need to be back together. They need to be bolted together. We need to get a battery pack on there. We need to put a motor controller on there and drive it up the stairs.
And meanwhile, down in the warehouse, Zaz has started working on his part of the build, a fire extinguisher he hopes to incorporate right into the arm of the pyro pack.
My challenge is to take this dry chemical extinguisher and integrate it into the pyro pack and figure out a way to deploy the contents down my arm. The first step is extending the powder train. Normally the powder comes out here. We want it to come out here. So I've got to extend this nozzle through a tube that's going to run down my arm and bring the powder here to put out the fire.
So in the workshop, Zaz removes a conventional extinguisher safety and attaches a few feet of hose.
So I'll be able to grab this with one hand.
After constructing a cable-operated remote trigger, Terry tapes him up and he's ready for some testing.
I got the hose on my arm and I got the tank on my back. Time to put out that fire.
And with that,
fire vanquished.
The geek superhero is born. Zaz's concept proven, the team can move on to the design phase. So the next day, they call on industrial designer Scott Summit to incorporate the 3D body scans from CyberFX, all 5 of Joe's electrical components, and Zaz's superhero fire extinguisher idea into one lightweight, compact pyro pack. And by the end of the week, Scott's designs are done. So Joe and Zaz head down to advanced fabrication facility Forecast 3D to pick up the pyropack parts and see some extraordinary equipment in action.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey guys, Donovan.
How you doing? Good, Joe.
Joe and I are here at Forecast 3D. They're a super high-tech rapid prototyping company, and they're actually manufacturing the parts for the pyropack that have been designed digitally by Scott Summit. Thanks a lot for helping us out with this at such short notice.
No problem at all. Let's take a walk.
Okay.
They move right to Forecast's showpiece, a fabricator that's built the pyropack direct from the 3D computer files.
Wow, look at this beast.
It's the mother of all 3D printers.
This is the SLS machine that built the backpack components and the armor components. This is the armor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Scott Summit's 3-dimensional designs have been loaded into the machine, which then slowly melted thousands of layers of nylon to form the pyropack parts.
Can you grab it out for us?
Let's take a look.
Yeah. It's like a cryogenic chamber.
The block of packed nylon powder containing the pieces of the pyropack is removed and taken to the sifting table, where the loose, unused powder is brushed away, revealing the finished parts.
It could be a little warm. Let's be careful as we break in. Normally we do this with brushes slowly, like archaeologists, but let's just go ahead and crack her open.
This cake of nylon powder contains all of the fabricated pyropack parts. It's fresh out of its high-tech oven, so breaking out the pieces will be easier said than done.
Too late.
Watch out, that's going to be really hot.
It's hot. Ooh. Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot in there.
Slowly and carefully, the shape starts to emerge.
Here it comes. Coming out.
And they take their first look at their fully formed pyropack.
That's amazing.
That looks red.
Zaz, check this out. Look at the back piece totally.
Oh, man.
Ball and socket.
That is so cool.
The arm piece is pulled out next, and as they examine the components, Joe and Zaz now realize how far they've still got to go.
So we've got the nozzle.
There's a lot of things that we still don't know moving forward with this project. Now that we'll have the physical components of the pyropack and the headset, that's just the outer structure. All of the internal components and the real functionality of the system still hasn't been designed.
While there's still a long way to go with the pyropack electronics, at least its shell is taking shape, and that's more than Terry can say for the StairBot. So he's hard at work, aiming to finish the drive system and test it today. He's modified the chain track with aluminum teeth spaced apart precisely for stair height and mounted electronic motors onto the tracked-out side plate. After a quick power-up and a quick assembly, the base is outfitted with a battery and a motor controller, and Terry shows Mike what the bot can do.
Looks like you should have like candy bars on it, you know? I mean, it looks great, but until we see this thing going upstairs with some weight on it, looks don't count for squat.
Sounds like a challenge, so it's outside once again to tackle the stairs. This new voyage looks very promising as the bot smoothly but loudly ascends the stairway.
It's really climbing.
The aluminum teeth do well enough on the way up, but the way down would be a nightmare for any potential victim.
She's coming down, Captain!
I don't know if that's the down mode we're looking for.
So the design's at rock bottom all over again.
Wyatt made it down.
It's going to be hard to stay on that seat.
Coming up,
Bad idea.
the Stairbot's first test
This just seems like a bad idea.
goes terribly wrong.
Watch out.
Will this build end up dead in its tracks?
It's a little scary right now.
Firefighters will be able to breathe a sigh of relief if the inventors of prototype this can successfully pull off their latest venture. First, they're building a robot to lug heavy gear up the stairs in a burning building, and then convert to carry an unconscious victim back down. And second, they're attempting to create a sleek backpack fully equipped with high-tech tools for our hometown heroes' search and rescue missions. And they'll unveil their inventions in front of real firefighters in less than a week. Last week, after Joe and Zaz dug out the laser-fabricated parts of the PyroPack, the pieces were sent off to be sanded down and painted. And so today's the day that Terry and Mike bring home the core components of the prototype for the world's most technologically advanced firefighting gear.
Hey, Joe Zaz. We have a painted PyroPack here.
Come out and play.
First is the backpack, or half of it at least.
Fresh out of the oven.
Then the arm piece gets unwrapped.
This is gorgeous.
And the pièce de résistance?